Hello, and welcome back. Northstar here with another Popup Dungeon Let's Play. I am about to face the Blue Lobster and its horde at Ascension 46 difficulty now. It goes up with each fight. I should set the difficulty curve thing to be even harsher in future runs, though sometimes I'll have to turn the difficulty down below Galaxy Brain if I do that. I gotta get through this in relatively short, well, not short, but in reasonable time. I don't want to waste your guys' time either. Had some food, got some milk, and I had a touch of tea.
Let's move on to the main course. Today I will be serving a delectable dungeon-esque lobster with a side of hater tots.
The tea to keep me awake, even though it's just touch because it's late in the day.
And for dessert, a guilt-free cube of dungeon cell gel, coagulated and flavored in our grimiest, slimiest prisons.
Actually, I'm pretty full.
I suppose we should have given you a better idea of what was going to be on the menu. From now on, I'll let you know what kind of challenge awaits you on each floor of my tower. After all, the best strategies don't begin on the battlefield.
Indeed.
To all this darkness.
The best strategies do not begin on the battlefield. I'm assuming you could all hear the wizard there. He's saying this is where you find out from then on, this far on, you'll find out in advance what enemies what you face and special enemy powers and such on each floor. So you can plan in advance, formulate strategies, create custom characters, or even game modes for redoing before. This is going to be a horde, so there's going to be lots of enemies. There's the lobster. The cube shows up on round 2 or whatever. This seems like even more than... How many hater tots are there? 1, 2, or how many Grouch Potatoes? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, that's... It definitely scales the number with... I guess it's fixed to a certain power level and you just get more the higher the ascension level. Well, the Grouch Potatoes aren't that big a deal. And they wander around all annoying, don't actually advance towards you half the time. This thing, though, 15,823 power level. Oh boy. I will fear no evil. Probably the only people in my party can damage it are like this guy. You'd normally not get this power level of the boss without either a ton of fights on even on Galaxy Brain and time for your party to get much higher level. Look, I did custom game mode, so I don't feel at all bad about having the companions to make this winnable. Can pounce, then move there. Do what I can to the to the lobster. The cube is also quite tough. These things, not so tough. They can taunt you, unfortunately, though. So you do have to deal with them, or at least block them in.
Gravity has made me short.
Fire works well on the potatoes.
The elements do my bidding.
You can, you know what? Boom. So you can actually hit these with fire bolts. Eventually, the enemies will break down those obstacles. Da, da, da.
Time for some
You can hang
explosive
back
action.
here and buff up for a turn. To go there later. Rock can stand unaided more than most characters in my party.
The darkness will not rise. Oh! These elven eyes have seen much suffering.
Never turn your face from the cold. My wrath undoes the wicked.
Here we go. So,
We are pilgrims in an unholy land.
food, touch of caffeine, I think I mentioned. It's talking about in the last video. This is like a 2-month buffer, but it's talking about Social Security Administration person suggesting I reach out to Better Business Bureau to deal with an employer not paying into my payroll tax I'm supposed to. Best Business Bureau is, of course, not a government agency. It's a scam. In fact, I literally just, out of curiosity, see what else is being said about it, but besides stuff I've already learned.
A divine favor.
Looked up what was on the internet, and there was a CNN article talking about how basically they even had someone outright called by a business bureau fraud, one of the people they interviewed. So this is a known thing, and for someone the Social Security Administration suggested, really suggests that person was not in good faith, unfortunately.
I do not seek glory.
Sending me more and more, and IRS tell me the Social Security Administration would deal with the payroll tax. Social Security Administration tell me the IRS would deal with the pay. Like both kicking me at the other, pointing me at the other one, just to make it impossible for me to get any help with, again, a business not paying my Social Security taxes. Then that being used as an excuse to not give me SSDI because not enough work credits. In fact, multiple businesses not, but this is the only business of the. I mean, multiple employers not, but of the 3, this is the one that affected my work credit totals, and didn't have an exception, because one of them didn't have an exception and already been investigated by IRS. One of them did have a exemption they could use from Social Security, and the one that had been investigated wouldn't affect my work credit totals anyways, because you can't get more than 4 a year. But the yeah, this particular one, things have gotten worse. Having dealt with IRS before about the other business, now seeing how it's going now, there's definitely probably been the IRS being loaded out with Trump loyalists kind of thing and just sabotaged so that it doesn't do its job.
I give you my hearth.
Let's make sure James doesn't die.
Long have I watched man.
Do have a turn before he actually needs to attack these. Let's give extra haste to the rogue. Maybe the fire damage will help.
To all this darkness.
Unlikely though, because phenomenal against fire. But the haste is good. Hold on a sec. Stupid pointless text. I swear these jackasses somehow know when my phone is on Do Not Disturb. I never get anything from any of these nonsense texts except when it's not, because I've been waiting on callbacks lately. Which suggests something like spyware or spy on the phone data being sold about when you can reach people. Ooh, it's business efficiency. It's invasion of privacy is what it is. um. You know what? I want to make sure James isn't
You to more life.
somehow. This thing can do some serious damage to anyone in the party, but
You're not gonna like this.
most worried I'll try and target this cluster. If Brock gets attacked with the forge born up, he's screwed. I dare not use that right now. Can't afford the negative water defense. That ability is a redone version of Kilnborn, so I kept the water defense thing, but it's actually not necessarily a good thing to have on the ability. Yeah, this cat's grown huge. Huh. Okay, yeah, the grandpa has enough power to kill the lobster. None of my party probably could hardly affect it, but this thing has some serious back power behind it. It's powerful in 6,000s because I'm at such a high tier. These companions do scale with your battle tier, whatever. Hmm. Probably like to. Oh no. Cat will. Okay. So I overreacted maybe a little to the Dungeon Lobster. Just gotta bust through all these potatoes. Start stealing buffs, there'd be nothing left. Hmm. Tonic defense would actually not be terrible.
8, 9. Mind if I use your generated content?
It's worth a lot of AP.
Mine is better.
It costs a lot. It is. Which is great for
Same story.
being able to get gang up. Buffs does this have? Levitate and eat your... Oh, yeah, I probably actually want to grab eat your beans. Extra power should make gang up and stunt defense more effective.
I expect a favor. I'll put
There we go. Great spot for another, bro.
Where are you going with such a plump pouch?
Nice. Too bad I can't turn towards the next potato. Still, I'll turn to try and bribe, so front defense to be relevant. Yeah, all these rogues. Did some serious damage.
Have you been eating your beans?
Hmm. Eh. Gotta make sure they can't get way of them. Each one of these drop a little loot. I don't know why the rear ones are absorbing. They are
Here, buy yourself some dango.
a little smarter. Potatoes on Galaxy Brain, they seem to behave smarter. Galaxy Brain doesn't just buff any stats, it tends to make the enemies act a little smarter, I think. That really is the case. It's an unfortunate side effect of overdoing the difficulties. I can't do Galaxy Brain.
Here comes dessert.
We are pilgrims in an unholy land.
Only power level 4000, so less ridiculous, though tougher than the potatoes. That's nothing to sneeze at. Could still, if it gets an attacks, take down a party member or two.
I walk through the valley. Go back to the shadow. My path is righteous, a divine favor. Be at peace.
19 AP next. Crit a path, but I'm not gonna have him go through it just yet.
Repent.
So I should do that.
Never turn your face from the cold. Put your faith in the light.
All works somewhat slower than Hrothgar, so he definitely needs Divine Fervor earlier. He's now up to 12 speed and less.
Stay close. Warm your hands by the fire, friend.
Of course, that'd be irrelevant if this one dies, but cool.
Do my bidding.
Let's give the wise woman a little
Still
more
have
speed.
faith in man.
She's so slow.
Who needs saving?
Heck, I can have one of the Wavens pickpocket her later if I really want.
Feel free to die. I'll resurrect you.
Let's make sure he doesn't fall.
Feel the light course through your mortal veins.
Save protective spirit.
All right,
Save
it's
AP for
my turn
protective
now.
spirit. Alright. That is your turn now, Brock. I'm not sure I want him any close to the cube. As of yet. I'll let them come to him. See what the cat can do. For now.
Oh, bless your heart. The better to help you with.
Let haste being put to good use. Then in the numbers. I'd actually like that guy to be able to steal his buff. Its buff, so turn that way.
Oi, oi, oi. Oi, Timmy. A gift from the family. Do you have the packet?
Which stock could be good,
Mind if I
because
use your generated content?
then the cube couldn't. Hmm.
Hard to stay clean when you're from the dirt streets. Now you owe me. Time to hit the match. Where are you going with such a plump pouch?
Pickpockets are doing their work.
Election time.
So it needs some AP to heal. Don't think that was taunt him.
Time to hit the match, you know? This is not free.
Steal that shield.
I gotta tell you that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Now he's full health. I don't think he's used quite enough AP. 211. That'd be 4. With chips, that'd be 6. He needs to use 1 more AP though, till he can call in his own support. Although it'll be around till he despawns. So,
Election time. Kanagaruka.
Hmm.
Yutori, same story.
Cool.
Do you have the pattern? Oi, Teme. Now you owe me.
My shield now. Hmm. Since he can get so easily immobilized.
Oi, Teme.
You'll never visit anymore. Ooh, it's the mileage.
いらっしゃいませ。
Keisha's a little younger, a little faster than that.
お茶はいかがですか You are so good at this game.
My milk tea. One of the reasons milk, especially this ultra filter milk, so it doesn't have lactose, doesn't trigger my IBS, is nourishing. Since I have trouble stomaching too much solid stuff. You need the calories, you need the protein. Helps keep me on my feet. My long COVID and all the secondary symptoms, or well, not secondary symptoms. Secondary be symptoms caused by a symptom, but all the symptoms that come with it. No, secondary to IBS, I guess in some cases, but
Our
don't know.
cause is true.
Not sure I'm using that term correctly. Secondary symptoms. I may be just assuming that something has a name based on what I remember. My medical science stuff. It's been too long.
A
Way too long.
divine favor.
On the verge of becoming a medical student. at one time, you know? Now,
Warm your hands by the fire, friend. Redemption is at hand. I bring the flame.
oh, you could do this again, I suppose, but 18 AP? Yeah, no, you should just save. Yep.
I will fear no evil.
I was only a few months from graduating, 5 at the most if I need to spend the summer to finish my research projects to graduate. Probably the straight A average, unless my very last courses didn't go quite as well. Gonna definitely get into an MD program, and then after such a long saga to get there. But with special masters, almost everyone who got a GPA, gets a GPA that high would get into an MD program. It was, in fact, vast majority of people got over a 3.5 did according to the program. So, do according to the program. Made a point of bragging about that. Sucks. Sucks, man.
Stay close.
One COVID destroyed my life, my hopes, my dreams, and now the government's even screwing me out of what little consolation and prize I could have, and, you know, SSDI. It's a vile thing to do, someone in my situation, but they have no morals.
The light will guide.
Serve the interests of the bourgeois, too many of them. Not the bureaucrats, but the politicians who make the rules for the government. I mean, for the bureaucrats, more accurately. So this can do up to 795. Yeah, this is actually probably, because the higher minimum damage, better, and it doesn't damage him, of course. Flame on a Grouch Potato. Should be ready to divine heal the Geisha.
There is a storm on the horizon.
Save up AP. Let's give some haste to the old granny, old biddy.
These elven eyes have seen much suffering.
Sarapka will probably chew through what's left of the enemies in a sec. She could use the speed, I'll skip it to herself.
Let's make this quick.
Won't overflow his AP. Brock stays still, but he should probably move forward so James can flame blade him in a turn. So it wouldn't hurt to get This tonic defense on cooldown now, though. Most of the buffs last 5 turns. You don't want the water vulnerability in case the cube somehow can get it to him. Oh no, it's melee only. That was dumb. Could have given that. It's not really necessary though. Wait for this thing. This guy.
Hard to stay clean when you're from the dirt streets. Time to hit the machi. You know, this is not free. Election time. Here!
Hmm. That'd be useless. Back scratcher ability. Should probably just have him move forward.
9, 3.
Forward.
Where are you going with such a plump pouch?
We can pickpocket each other.
I expect a favor in return.
Hmm. So I got 1 turn. I don't know if this do anything. Might get an enemy to mess with them.
Hard to stay clean when you're from the dirt streets.
Forget if that used anything useful. Recently? Might have.
Mind if I bother? You know, this is not free. 8, 9, 3. Yeah! Oi, oi, oi!
Yeah. There's nothing to counterfeit yet from the cube. can he mug the cube? Oh, he's taunted by this thing. Great. He has bad front power.
A gift from the family. Time to hit the match. Do you have the package? 8,
So at least get to flank. Hmm.
Yutori, same story. Kanegaruka.
Yeah, I could use a second copy of mug.
Do you have the package? I'll put this on your tab.
Lots of abilities now.
Oi, Teme. Yeah. Election time. Oi, Eyeball. Where are you going with such a plump pouch? Here.
Can't even get to the side of this, but
Yeah.
damage is damage. AP reduction is AP reduction.
Yutori, same story.
Have you been getting enough fiber?
That's a lot of damage.
Such a good.
Scalding soup on cube. I guess she dissolves it. Now it's just a few potatoes. So I think you should get out of the way.
This kimono is priceless.
And dead. Tried to move. Not getting next.
I will pray for your soul.
Cool. That's a lot of rogues. This doesn't matter. That was the final fight, so I can sell whatever.
How was it?
Could have used some drawn butter.
I've given you the ability to draw your own butter. And if you're not artistically inclined, perhaps you can commission someone to draw it for you.
Yeah, like anyone has money to do that. Not exactly what I meant.
We hurt them more than they hurt us. I think. Let's honor the dead by putting them.
More than looking for this.
And that's the end of the run. Got this code here to share. It's worth 18 million gold. More, it seems to actually end up being more than it says here. I post it, and it's definitely more for any Steam friends of mine if any of them are watching. Yeah. Hope you folks enjoyed the video. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star to lead you on. Until next time, this is Northstar. Adieu.